All right.
All right, guys. We're doing a little postseason scouting. We found a spot here with some pretty good bedding, and we found a tree here that it's got pretty easy access to get into. Just want to point something out about this tree. You can see it's got a pretty large circumference on that tree. That tree would be kind of difficult to get into. It sticks with stock straps, I would think, and probably pretty difficult to get into with a tree stand as well, because it's pretty big around, cutting it kind of close. But with the saddle and rope climbing methods that we use, you know, that it'll be no problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw a throw line up into that crotch, and then we're going to scout climb it. We'll climb up into the tree, check it out, make sure everything works well with it, and then we're going to leave a preset paracord loop in the tree, and it'll be all set. We'll come back in the fall. We won't have to do any of this throw ball stuff, and we'll just be able to come back with like 4 or 5 pounds of gear and climb the tree. So let's see if I can hit it.
Go ahead. You got it, man. Split the uprights.
I'll pull it back over to some of that there. So it comes closer to the tree. Hold on, Joe. Hey Scott, come over here. I just want to show this is something I wanted to show. I was thinking about this yesterday when we made that video with the throw ball. Just one little thing to show you guys. When you want to when you want to pull your rope up into the tree, I mean, you could, if you want, just tie, you know, something like this just to pull it up and over, and it would work fine here. But another thing, if you have like a crotch where you're worried about pulling anything kind of bulky through it, what you could do is you can tie a clove hitch with this and hold your rope with a clove hitch, and it'll work pretty well. To do that, what you do is you take your line, you make a loop. Just do this again. Make a loop, and then make another loop. 2 identical loops, one after the other. Take the second one, put it behind the first, and then take your climbing line and run it right through. Like that. Pull it up tight, and that's going to hold nice and tight. And then I would just do another.
Do a half right on the tip.
Yeah, I would do like another insurance one, just in case.
Because the tip is going to go through first, so that kind of you want
You
that.
don't have to bowl, and you could just do a.
Well, I was thinking just kind of go like that. You know?
Yeah,
Now I got 2 of them.
Right. You got insurance policy on it.
Yeah.
So it's not pulling out.
Yep. And then we'll pull it through.
A bunch of suckers on the side. Yeah.
And then we're going to do an alpine butterfly on this. That clove hitch really grabs tight.
Yeah, which is good because I've had them pull out before, and
Yeah, it's a pain.
and you got to start the whole
limb
process.
and then you got to throw it again.
Yeah,
It's like-
especially if it takes you a few times.
There, Joe.
A little disheartening. That's it. Just clearing the line right to the tree, so you're straight up and down.
Now what I want to do is I want to tie an alpine butterfly into one side here, because I'm going to climb one side, the other side will have the alpine butterfly. I'm going to pull that up. It's going to be like a slip knot that's going to go all the way up to the crotch, and what it's going to end up doing is that's what's going to hold the tree. It's going to girth hitch the limb on the tree, and I'm going to climb off that. One side of the rope I'll be able to climb on, the other side I'll be able to use to pull the rope back out. And you know, when you're in the tree, we're usually going to probably, in this case, we'll stay on this line to hunt with. If you tether in and you use an alpine butterfly, You want to make sure that when you come back out, you select the right one, because one's going to hold you, one's not. So here's how you do an alpine butterfly. As you can see, I pulled this up so that it's the end of it comes to here. I've got all this slack here. Now I'm going to to tie in an alpine butterfly. You take your rope, go around your hand 3 times. You grab under the first side, grab the middle one, and you pull this one. This is going to be your loop. Take your loop, wrap it around the other 2, and then pull it through like that. On one side, it's going to have 2 parallel lines. The other side, it's going to cross. It'll crisscross. You just kind of press it up, and that's it. Then you take this side of the line, put it through like a slip knot. And now, when I pull this up and it girth hitches the limb, now I got a problem. I just pulled that up too high.
Just remember on your way down before you hit the ground, because that is kind of a high crotch.
Yeah, but you know what? I just think I pulled that up without realizing that I went a little too high here. So I'm going to have to tie a little something on that to get that back down. But it's no big deal. We'll remedy that. Usually you got enough rope where that doesn't happen. So this is going to make the blooper reel. But what I'll do is I'll just tie a little piece of my thing there to get that back down. But this is a high, that's what I was saying, is that this is a high one. Sometimes what you can do is you can have a piece of paracord, tie it on the end of the rope, and run it down. But that's a high crotch. We're usually, how many feet do you say that is? That's got to be.
You're probably 35.
Is that all it is?
That's about it. Yeah.
Why is this?
Because you had more on the ground than you did on the other side. If it was probably more even, like both sides were the same, that would have gave you that extra 8 to 10 feet that you probably needed.
Yeah, but I should have had. I thought that was why.
You know, because it wasn't dead center.
Yeah.
You know, because you had that extra 10 feet on the ground.
Yep. Well, that's a lesson learned. All right, we'll fix that.
Well, you know what? That's the thing too. When you come up against a scenario like this, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So if you ever do that, where the rope is out of reach now, all you got to do is tie a piece of short paracord to the end, and you'll get it back down.
Yeah, I mean, some guys will actually. I've seen some guys what they'll do. They won't even bother using the paracord from the base. I like doing it from the base of the tree. This way, it's just easier. You're doing it down here rather than doing it up on top.
Plus, you're not forgetting it.
Right.
You know, if you do it
then
first, all right. If you have a hole, you know, you're up there for hours and you're hunting, and you kind of, especially if you hit something, now your mind's, you know, you're going 100 miles an hour. So you're coming down the tree, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh crap, I never tied my paracord loop up there, or my paracord to the end of the loop to pull it out.
Scott could probably just jump off the glass. Scott could probably reach that.
I probably could, but then I'm going to really make Joe feel shorter than he already is, and you know, that's not fair.
Listen,
I wouldn't be a good
jokes.
friend if I did that.
No short jokes
on Thursday.
That's
Holy
right.
Thursday yet?
I know. Isn't it it's still Lent, Scott, you know?
Hey, see, kid, he thinks every Thursday is Joey Thursday.
I'll tell you what,
Turkey
man.
goblin?
Did you hear one?
Turkey just goblin.
I'll tell you what, one of the things with this stuff is trying to kind of let people understand, the climbing is half the fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. All year long, we're doing this stuff.
Right.
Really
And it also shows, you know, trial and error as well, too. Listen, you got to get into a bunch of different scenarios, you know, so this way when you're
the more
not
you
in the
do
woods hunting and you come up
you don't want
against
to be
something
doing
like
this
that.
on the day you're trying, just trying to sneak into bedding.
Right.
You can do this stuff postseason. And
Right. Next time you come in here, you know, all you're doing is clipping onto your loop and up you go. Yep. Hammered again.
you might get that vagrant that's down there coming down here saying, "What the hell is that?"
That one was closer.
We should have brought the calls and just fooled around.
I had one of my diaphragms in the car.
He ain't on the roost no more either.
Tangled up in this vine, Joe.
There he goes.
Yeah. Going around. He's got a good throw to gobble.
Yeah. Oh, you could tell he's facing away, and then he faced you on that last one. He sounded closer.
There he is. He's fired up now.
Tell you what I'm going to want to do, when we pull the loop, I want to girth hitch the other side,
Yeah.
because as a righty, I want to be on the other side. I mean, it's all right. I can still.
But just remember, when you girth hitch the other side,
Yeah.
it's gonna put you over where that vine is. If that's where you're gonna want to be.
Snip that vine once you're up there.
No, I'm saying I'm not worried about the vine being in the way. I'm saying that's where you're gonna end up. You know what I'm saying? If you go off that other
yeah.
crotch, you're gonna be on the back side of that
That's
tree.
where I want to be.
Okay,
Because as a righty,
Yeah,
I can shoot into this hill better from over there.
right.
Otherwise, I got to kind of.
Yeah, and you got
All the way around.
I can shoot.
Behind you.
What's that?
How's the shooting behind you? That side.
Down here, I mean, I'm good, man. I got shots I got a lot of clear open holes to shoot through. Here's the most difficult, but I got a nice clear shot right to that scrape.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna want to probably recline it on the back side of it just to test it, but I think it'll work. I mean, I can make it work even from here, but as a righty, like this is perfect for you, Scott. Being a lefty, like you'll be able to shoot here easily.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So for you want to stay on this one. For me, I'd want to be on that other one.
Yeah, but that's as easy as just.
Yeah, I mean, I can make it work from here.
No,
It's
I'm
not a
just
problem.
saying, and when that's as easy as just repositioning the loop on the bottom of the tree.
Right.
You would untie it and pull it this way.
Yep.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I can. It'll work either way.
I mean,
You know,
once-
the loop is coming through the same crotch.
Well, it's
either
coming
way.
through the same
just
crotch,
going one
right?
way or the other.
Right. You
Right.
just whichever way you're going to climb up.
can't do this with climate sticks. Yeah.
You can. Just hurts a little.
That sudden stop.
So, I guess that's pretty much it. That's how we do it. You know, we do this every chance we get. When the season ends, keep coming out, finding new spots, scout them out, scout climate. It's half the fun anyway. And we get ready. We're going to leave a paracord loop in here, and when we come back, we'll be all set to go. We don't have to throw a throw ball or anything real close to bedding. We'll be able to sneak in here in the dark, climb up, and hunt it. All right, thanks for watching, guys.